Hi friends, welcome to my craft room. This is Donna with AK Gal Stamps. I'm your demonstrator in Springfield, Ohio. Kind of a cloudy day today. How's your weather doing? We're supposed to get some rain today, which my flowers all need, so I got a cool card to share today that I got from a Australian demo. Her name's Laura Stranks Creative Gems. And give it a spin. It is a little bit bigger card. I think when it's flat, it is, let's see, it's about 5 inches wide. So it should be able to fit in a normal size envelope in the US, but it is going to be a little puffy because of the layering. But I hope you do give it a try. If you haven't seen me before, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I hope that you make this card. I also have a Facebook group, AK Gal Stamps, on Facebook. And I'd love for you to stop by there too. So we are going to get the camera turned around. Here we go. Let's lift it up a little bit. Okay, so this is the card. So it's like a 3-pillar, 3-tower card. She called it a pyramid card, but I guess if you did it this way, it would look that way, but it stands up. So to me, it's more towers, but this is my template. This is the first one I did because I wasn't sure how this all worked, but it's an easy card. The first thing I am going to do though, because I am using the linked together bundle that unfortunately is already on last chance. It's got some nice dies and then some great sentiments. So we're going to use that. And it also comes with stencils. I do like stencils, even for a subtle background. So we're going to do some stenciling first. And then I'll try and remember to show you some cards that I got. This is going to be the back piece. So I am just doing a light coloring on it. I'm just going to tape this on with my green tape. I'm going to cut this down. So whenever you do masking or stenciling, you always get a bigger piece of cardstock than you need. Okay, so I am going to center this kind of, and I'm going to use my Pool Party ink, a very light color. This is going to be the back panel, which I will write on. My whatever I decide to put on this card, my own hand. Oop, see, I should have taped this down. That's okay. It is okay. I like this pattern. And I do recommend if you're doing all these that you definitely tape them. There are like 5, I think, on this. So that's just a nice light color. I like that. So we need to cut this down to 3 3/4 by 4 3/4 for the back. So get my paper trimmer out and we will cut this. Let's see, we're going to go cut this edge off. That's trash. Cut that edge off. Okay, so 3 3/4 for this side. 3 3/4. And let's cut this off. 4 3/4. So this is going to have a darker ink on it, and this will just be on the back with a nice light background on it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put on that yet. So you will need, you're going to need 3 base cardstocks, all the same color. You need a 10.5 by 5.5, 7.5 by 5. These are all in inches, and 4.5 by 5. Your 10.5 piece is scored at 1 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, and 10 inch. So you'll have a little flap at the very end. And we're going to go ahead and burnish those. These are all mountain folds. All mountain folds. It's kind of like these boxes. And these are very easy to put together. It's really an easy card. The hardest part is figuring out where you're going to put your paper, or what paper you're going to use. Okay, so this is going to go like this. Okay? Like that. Then the next piece you need is a 7.5 by 5. And it is scored at 1, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. So you'll have another little skimpy half-inch border on the end. And these are all bone folded. Give it a good press. When you're doing a moving card, it is really best to use a very strong adhesive. I recommend Tear and Tape, and I can only tell you that's going to go like that. From my personal experience during COVID, when everybody was running out of all their supplies, Stampin' Up! Was one of them. You know, you went and bought from wherever you could, and I bought Tear and Tape from a lot of companies, and they are not the same. I have to admit that they are not the same. The Tear and Tape from Stampin' Up! Is definitely the strongest. But yeah, I got Amazon, I got scrapbook.com, I tried them all. So this one's going to be like a square. Okay, so we're going to get Tear and Tape and put these together. There's that one. Give it a good press. And then we will just fold. If everything's lined up really good, this should work really well. Now, if you have a little bit of a border or an edging, just take your little snips and just trim it off. I don't know that this one would have been that easy to see, but I'm just going to trim it off just to show you. It's easy to trim off a little skimpy bit. Okay, now we'll do this one. And I love it when a card's easy to make, but it has that wow factor when the recipient opens it. Okay, and we're just going to do the same thing. Put that laid down. So there's that piece. Don't need those. And then the last piece. They all should have that 1/2 inch at the opposite end. So press that down. So if you haven't seen me on Facebook, I have put up my fairy garden. That's one of my hobbies. Love the fairy garden. It's just so much fun. And it used to be, well, it was even more fun when my grandkids were little. So that looks good. You know, if you ever come across where your paper trimmer's blade needs to be trimmed because it's leaving little fuzzies, you can use a nail file or anything else like that. This I got off of Amazon, a box of these. But yeah, it'll take off. This will take off like little rough edges. So we've got your boxes all done. The next part is the hardest part of all, to adhere these. And I just kind of wing it. You can measure. That would probably give you better borders. So I'm thinking you probably need 1 inch on this first one on each side, roughly. I'm trying to center them like that. This isn't quite even, so we can move it just a little bit. For the glue sets. That looks pretty good. That looks like that's pretty even. Okay, and now this third panel, I'm just trying to put the attached where I attached on to the back. So this one, to get it in the middle. You'll see when you do press this in place that it does. Oops, not quite. Let's try this again. Want it straight. How's that look? Does that look better? I think that looks better. Okay, so now you've got your pillar. It's going on there. And now I've got lots of DSP. Now, I did mine a little different than Laura did. I gave a little bit more. I used more of this. I'm using the Country Woods. I only have scraps. This is a great scrap card. Great scrap card because you're only needing little pieces of DSP. So I got, let's see, I got 7 of 7/8 by 4 7/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one's going to be for the very front. So this one's prettier. And then I got 4 of the 5/8 by 4 7/8. So those 4. And then you'll need your back piece that's 4 3/4 by 3 3/4, which I did a little bit of masking, stenciling on. So these 3 panels are all about 1 inch. So these pieces, these 7/8 of 1 inch, they're going to go on those pieces. This one's going to go on the very front. These skinny pieces go on these panels. Okay, you only need 4 of those. So we will glue this one on first. And I'll show you the other card that I made. Let's see. Like that. There's that. We'll do this wood on this side. This paper was great for making the birdhouses and the stamp and die set that is associated with this paper, but I just like this. It might be a little bit more masculine, maybe, although it is pool party, so but I like that color. I do like that color. Okay, so we need to put them on these 2 sides, I believe. Do I have enough? I think I have enough. Yes, I have enough. These are going to be on all the side pieces now. Like this. And this. I love it when I can use scraps up. Makes me feel justified that I did use all my paper up. I don't know if y'all are paper hoarders. I'm not a paper hoarder, but I just buy too much, I think. I buy all the paper. Okay, and then this side is the last piece. You will see how this looks when it all comes together. There's that piece. Now these pieces, it matters how correct you are on placing your boxes, how these work on these panels, because if you're not that even, with your scoring, then they may not be quite right, which I'll show you how mine sometimes turn out. But it's okay. Somebody's going to be really ecstatic that you sent them this card or gave them this card. And these just go on the tops. If you get a chance, look at my Facebook page where my fairy garden is. It's so much fun. And I am just not a really creative person. I mean, I got the design from Laura for this card. Then I got the paper. I was thinking this might be a good idea. We shall see after I get it done if it was a good idea. Sometimes it's no. I will go up to my husband and say, does this look right? Do these colors look right? And he'll either tell me yay or nay. But, you know, a guy's opinion is definitely different than maybe a woman's opinion. Or if you're not a frou-frou person. So there's that. Okay. And so I have all these pieces that I've already die cut because the stamp set doesn't have flower stamps, but you can die cut them. And it does multiples, so that's nice. And this oval comes out of the stamp set and these greenery. I tried doing Pull Party and darkening it up with some blending brush. That's Lost Lagoon. I don't know if you even can tell that it's a little bit darker, but it wasn't dark enough. So that's why I went with Lost Lagoon instead. Okay, so I want to stamp Enjoy in here on this stamp, on this sentiment. And I'm going to do that in black. Memento, we'll do that. I think I just inked this up a little while ago. Okay. Enjoy. Okay. So if you have any hobbies, I'd love to hear what they are. Some people have some interesting ones that I've never even heard of. So I'm a curious person. I like to find out about all that stuff. Okay, so there's that. Something else I could do, but I'm not going to, is take the Enjoy, do it in the Pool Party, and then stamp over this, but just offset it a little bit. That kind of gives it a neat effect. Okay, so I want to put this greenery right here. So let's see. Just put a little dot of adhesive on this, like that. Okay, we got Night of Navy. I haven't tried layering these to see how that would work. If that would be good or not. It could be. Maybe we'll try that. I'll just put a little dab of glue here and there. See if we can do that. I haven't tried that yet. Like that. Let's let that glue. I'm just doing 3 so I can do 3 embellishments on here. So we got that. You're not sticking yet. Come on, stick. There's that one. Let's see. My tablet likes to talk to me. Technology. And then we're going to put this one over here. Like this. Like that. And I have embellishments. Here they are. These are the holographic resin. My thought was that they kind of take on the color of other things that they're around. Let's get this over. I'm not very straight. There's that. So these, I'm going to use up all these tiny ones. a lot faster. That one. And this one. If I can get it. My fingers are just a little sticky. Oh my goodness. I'm having a hard time here. My fingers are sticky. There. Okay. That is what I want. Okay. And we will put these on the front. Like that. With some dimensionals. And we're going to put it like this. Okay, so there's that. There's that. See, we have all these other ones. Could have used more. Now, the back piece that I stenciled is going to go right here. This is what you'll write on. But I am going to put something else on here. I am going to use Wishing You, oh, right here. Let's get this kind of straight. Wishing you, clean that off. Wishing you a happy day. This is probably by far the one I use the most. Just like that. There's that. And then we can cover up this ink so I don't get my hands in it, because I will. And we'll put a little bit of glue on. I am more a simple stamper myself. Unless I want to take lots of time and put lots of layers on. So this goes, let's get this over a little bit more. Like this. So, there's with that paper. What do you think about that? I think that's a cute card. And then you can fold it like this, and it'll go in an envelope that's at least 5 inches. 5 by 5 is the size of it. So you need a little bit bigger envelope. So there's that one that I made today. I made this one after I made my template using scrap. So I think that's, I just love the paper. Just so pretty. Using Daffodil Delight. So I hope you guys give this a try, and I'd love to see your take on it on my Facebook page, where I post this video with the card. And the card that I have gotten recently, I thought I would share with you. This one is from Sherry Parker, a pillar card. I did one of these a few weeks ago. I think it was on, my April card craziness, I think. But this is from Sherry Parker. Great card, isn't it? I don't have the stamp set, but it's the same paper that I used today. This one, isn't this cute? Like a little pocket. This one's from Cindy, my friend Cindy. Great card for your DSP. Very cute. This one I think is from my friend Mary Lou for Easter. Isn't that pretty? Lots of die cuts. This one is from my friend Maria Mensch. Crafting with Maria. It's like, oh my gosh, so pretty. So you have this flap here. Right? And she has it on both sides. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. I don't have these dies, so that's just really pretty. So those are the cards I got in the last week or so. So thank you for stopping by. And again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share. It just helps the algorithm for more people to find me. I just really appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. I'm getting ready for my online retreat, or I mean my in-person retreat tomorrow. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next Monday at 10 o'clock. Bye.